Here we go.
All right, round number 1 of this middleweight bout. Brennan Ward taking on Harley Beekman.
Double jab right cross to a quick takedown. Brennan Ward wasted no time in initiating the, you always bring it to him first. Nice hip toss. He's holding great position in side control. He's working to try to get the mount here.
You've seen that wrestling prowess show up right away.
They get mount quick on Holly.
Good start for Brennan Ward in what is a
Holly did a good job to recover.
Yeah.
He got off that, and now you see Brennan's right back on virtually a standard mounted position. He needs to drive his hips in a little bit more to throw those punches. And Holly's working his way up. Holly's doing a nice job of trapping that left hand. Nice job working his way back up. Nice knee to the body. Great switch there. Again, Holly nice. And another, just a neck whip it looked like. And you can see, look at this. This is a clinic. He is throwing him around, boy. Brennan Ward is really throwing Holly Beekman around.
Real impressive start here in the first minute and a half of Brennan Ward. Looking like the savvy veteran in the cage.
Into Holly's credit, he's quick transitions, right back up. Now he's pressing Brendan against the cage. You know, getting thrown around like that can be disheartening, but obviously Holly stayed composed and did a great job to reverse it. You can hear Dan Migliotta telling him to keep working. Another hip toss by Brennan Ward. Another hip toss by Brennan Ward.
I think you described it best. Ward is really just throwing him around the cage early on in this opening round.
And again, to Holly's credit, he's right back up.
Yeah.
He's not making those throws amount much more than just a takedown. You know, he's not getting stuck in bad positions, but he sure doesn't want to be in this clinch much longer. Brendan separates with an elbow. Nice job. Coming right back with the jab. Double jab, both of them landed. Holly looks like not quite sure what he wants to do. Straight right hand. Brendan looks real relaxed.
Working those jabs.
Nice rear leg kick by Holly, but it cost him a really big takedown.
Ward real sharp here. Catches that kick, throws him right down. It's been a real dominant performance thus far by Brennan Ward.
Holly did a nice job going from side control to guard, and he's grapevining him now, stretching him out as not to allow him to pass. Brennan really working to control the head. As you see, he just did he's cross-facing to take him right back to the ground. Good shoulder pressure. Holly working with a closed guard, very defensive. Brendan starting to posture up, trying to break that guard. And you can see Holly trying to reach under for the sweep. Brendan recovers well. And again, here's Holly trying to get up, and Brendan working ridiculously well to keep him down. The last place you want to be is underneath a wrestler, a good wrestler. Up kicks, just trying. Holly's throwing those up kicks, just trying to keep him off. Brendan's being tenacious, standing right over him.
Not even letting him get back to his feet, coming in with
this is a top 10 guy. This is a top 10 guy that Brendan is really is handling, at least in this first round. You see Brendan slip the hook in, trying to take him down. Holly doing a nice job at 2-on-1 control there. Is not to allow the choke to happen.
Just under a minute to go in round number 1. A dominant round thus far by Brennan Ward. Maybe not quite what we expected coming out of the gate against a veteran like Harley Beekman, but thus far has done more than hold his own. Beekman back to his feet finally.
Now you watch, you see what Brendan not letting him set. Double jab, which you don't see a lot of wrestlers do. He's using his hands very well. Good bounce in his step.
Certainly the stand-up game a lot better than he gets credit for. 20 seconds to go now in round 1.
Changing levels very well. You see just those feints are really locking Holly up. Nice knee on the clinch by Holly.
Beekman really has had no chance to settle in just yet.
He's leaping in with that lead uppercut, missing, but he's trying to do something. Fantastic first round.
Yeah, great round number 1 for Brennan Ward, and so far for this crowd that's enjoying it. It's going to be a great fight, folks, so settle in. We're going to be back in just a moment with round 2. Well, you might think at times the fighter with the limited experience would come out a little bit tentative, but not Brennan Ward. He came out tenacious, like you said, from start to finish in that round, just relentless.
He's a collegiate wrestler, and he showed it. He's a I think Johnson wears a D3 school.
Yeah.
And he's a top of the line D3 wrestler, and he's showing those skills. He's also showing his hands right now. Harley, to his credit, he hasn't gotten in such a position that he couldn't get out of. Brennan definitely put him in some really tough spots, but Harley worked his way back out. Harley needs to refocus, reassess right now, and try to implement his game. Apparently we've got a small problem with the cage.
Okay, round number 2 in the middleweight division. Brennan Ward in the white trunks, Harley Beekman in the black shorts. So far, it's been all Brennan Ward, the collegiate wrestling standout, showing his prowess, and a little bit too on the in the stand-up game as well.
Double jab,
some jabs, right? Coming back with the right hand.
Now the guys are exchanging.
Suddenly, it's becoming a stand-up game. But Brennan Ward again with that takedown.
Takedown. It is so hard to stop a wrestler's shot, a good wrestler's shot like that. Knee to the body in the clinch.
Beekman now trying for a takedown of his own.
He had it, and it looked like he was going up, and Brendan then grabbed the fence, and you saw it. Big Danny was right on top of it. Don't grab the fence. He was going for a ride if he didn't. And you can hear his corner. You can hear Jorge Rivera and Brennan Ward's corner tell him to stuff his head down to try to prevent that takedown. Brendan's got him back up, and Holly's doing a good job. Just got reversed now, but he was doing a good job keeping him there. And now you see Holly work his way off the cage.
Ward again working that jab, just trying to keep Beekman at bay.
Jab to the body, nice changing it up. Outside hook. Nice slip under and counter by.
Very nice counter. Beekman missing widely. Ward cool and collected, just countering.
His hands are up. The defense I was talking about before.
Nice jab there by Beekman.
Fantastic straight right hand.
Sign of life.
Now they look like they're getting ready to rock.
Maybe Beekman feel a little bit more comfortable now to land that jab. Perhaps can settle into a rhythm here in round number 2. 3 minutes to go.
Nice parry. You can see where Brendan is definitely working with the Triforce guys. You can see where he's been working his boxing and his stand-up. I haven't seen but one kick. That was what Holly threw. That's the first takedown that was stuffed.
Right.
Brendan got a nice little toss out of it. But Holly did a nice job of stuffing that takedown.
Yeah, at that time it appeared Beekman read it when he was shooting for that takedown. Perhaps he now has picked up on some of the tendencies. We'll see if he can maybe stem the tide a bit and at least make this more evenly matched going into the latter half of this round and maybe the third.
Whether it's something Holly saw or Brendan maybe a half split second off his shot where the timing is good.
Again, Ward working those jabs nicely. Been more of a stand-up game in round number 2. I think maybe got raked in the eyes.
Yeah, I think it was a thumb in the eye. I don't think it was on purpose.
No, and that'll probably just be a momentary break for Harley Beekman to collect himself.
Now the inadvertent eye poke, if he's all set, it looks like he's all set. Referee's warning, giving him that warning. Happens again, it's going to cost him a point. We've seen Brennan come in with the left hook to the body. Dropped in hard for that shot and took him down.
Well, that time he shot for it and got it.
He really worked hard. He jumped right in on that.
Beekman unable to defend that takedown, and Ward goes right back to a familiar spot. He's using his wrestling ability to take over control.
Well, Brennan has his back here, and you might want to, you could possibly be looking for the suplex that's coming. Either that or you might see him.
Trying for it.
Holly's trying to break that grip. You see how he's got the over. He's trying to look, maybe use a Kimura to break the grip and to kind of circle his way out. Nice job, Holly, defending that and turning around. And again, Ward right back to the jab, and Holly returns it.
Beekman has been fairly comfortable on his feet in this bout. Certainly,
both men, yeah, both men have.
Ground game, obviously.
Nice head feints by both fighters. Not staying still, not letting the other person find an easy target. Jab, nice knee, but look at that. Just totally picked him up and tossed him on that one.
Another impressive takedown from Brennan Ward.
He's going to try to dig it in. He's going to try to, he's got one partial hook that Holly's defending very, very well, dropping that left hip down so he couldn't get in.
It's been a real dominant performance thus far for Brennan Ward.
Brennan Ward's corner calling him to sit back and start punching now. Now he has both hooks in, but he's a little high. Yeah, and he jumped up. Very smart.
Yeah, wisely steps out of it. Now back again to the jab. Very methodical. Once he gets back on his feet.
This has been a great pace. Yeah. These are 85s. These are middleweights.
And that is the end of round number 2. Another action-packed round. Another great round for Brennan Ward. Round 3, what does it have in store? We're going to find out shortly. Scott, Brennan Ward has been incredibly comfortable, whether on his feet or on the ground. I really didn't expect to see or know what to expect from his stand-up game, but it's been very efficient, and he seems very comfortable when he's in that box that stands with, like you said, the head movement, the ability to jab, even counterpunch.
Both men.
Very relaxed. Great,
both men are not making it easy on the other. They're feinting. There's head movement, changing levels. This is a great fight.
And it would appear to the naked eye that Beekman is in the whole 2 rounds right here going into the third. It may need something big or dramatic to get him out of this. We'll see if he has any tricks up his sleeve. He's certainly been around a lot longer than Brennan Ward has on the pro circuit. And we're ready for round number 3, the third and final round of this middleweight bout between Brennan Ward and Holly Beekman. So far, Brennan Ward in control, but Holly Beekman does have that 4-0 record. We'll see if he can unleash something in this third and final round to pull this out. A lot of time to go.
As good as Brennan Ward's looked with his wrestling, you have to give Holly a ton of credit. Look at that, just shucking that one off. Brennan, now it's been reversed. This is the first time we've seen Brendan on his back, and he scrambled right back up for a single. What I was going to say was Holly's done a great job of defending and not being stuck in a bad spot for any length of time.
Right. And that time he defended the takedown entirely and actually reversed it. He took down, or just basically threw Brennan Ward down. And it's the first time we've really seen that in this entire bout. But Ward, again, like Beekman has throughout the fight, recovers nicely. This
is a top-of-the-line Division III wrestler with good hands. Ever-improving hands. This is a tough match to put yourself in, and to Holly's credit, he said, I'll take him.
4 minutes to go in the third and final round.
You hear Brennan Ward's corner, and that was Jorge Rivera. Keep using your feints. The second he went, there's another takedown. The second that Holly went for a big hook, you've seen Brennan shoot right underneath to take him right back down. And Holly's going to catch 2 quick deep breaths, and he's going to look to shoot right back up.
He stuffed a couple, but hasn't been able to stuff them all, and Brennan Ward certainly has had the edge when going for those takedowns.
He's looked very, very good tonight.
And more often than not, he's been successful, and here is another example. back on their feet again.
And look at Holly right up off the canvas, throwing, just unloading punches. Nice job stuffing that takedown. This is where some experience comes into play. Later rounds.
It does seem like he's picked up the timing a bit. Ward has still had some success with those takedowns, but Beekman doing a lot better job defending, even if for a brief second he can stuff one or two.
These two guys are really, this is a really fanatic pace that they've been working. It doesn't look like they're doing much right now, but there's a lot of strength being put back and forth. It's trying to push against each other and find a good position. You're going to see Holly's going to end up throwing. You'll see a knee come up here. You can see the left leg loading.
Ward seems to be anticipating it.
He has to be expecting it, and he's resting a little bit right now. He feels safe enough. There's a grip. And he's right off.
Muscles his way out of it and pushes.
Holly was looking.
Right
I couldn't quite see if he had it or not, but it looked like he was going for that guillotine. And you see Ward's got a little cut on his head. I think that was from one of the knees earlier. And here comes Holly, just pouring it on, and Brennan staying right in that pocket, throwing the jab back. Nice combination. Holly returns it. This is a great fight.
Great exchange. Brennan Ward bloodied.
He shot right there. Brennan shot, and Holly stuffed it clean. And now Holly pushes Brendan up against the cage, throwing knees.
I believe Ward is cut.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see it. I think it was from one of the knees earlier in the round. But this is why Holly is a top 10 middleweight in the Northeast. Look where he is right now. Head in the game, right in the fight, not getting bested, not getting disheartened by anything. He's a true pro.
It's been a good third round for Harley Beekman. Maybe too little, too late. We'll see if it does in fact go the distance. 1 minute to go. And again, nice exchange here in the center of the cage.
Nice right hand by Holly. And Brendan answers. Now there's your head kick. It was defended well. But he's throwing it.
He hasn't shown him much, but he has a little bit in this third round.
Nice double jab. He's throwing 2 and 3 jabs at a time, Brendan is. Holly in turn, lead, uppercut, right cross, right cross. Beautiful combination.
Caught Ward pretty
Look at that switch.
Look at Ward switching it up.
Brendan goes for the shot. Holly stuffed it, and then he hit the switch. Brendan hit the switch right away.
You got to be frustrated if you're Harley Beekman at this spot right now with 30 seconds to go. You had a chance.
He looks like Brendan's trying to sink that rear naked in. 30 seconds left. He's going to have to work hard for it. Holly does have his chin underneath his elbow, and he's out.
He pushes right out. Ward's trying to go back, but can't quite get it.
Ward goes right into that. Now he's got his back again. And again, Holly sleeps it. Look at this. Is just a veteran fighter working very well against a quite talented 1-0 middleweight. Holly works back to his feet, and Brennan's up with him. What a great fight. What a great fight. Listen to this place.
Tremendous showing by both fighters, Harley Beekman and Brennan Ward. We'll see how the judges have it. Should be an interesting decision, but a great performance and a great fight nonetheless here in the middleweight division. Well, it appears if the judging is what I think it is and perhaps what you think it is, this could be a real signature victory for Brennan Ward here tonight in just his second pro fight. Really came out dominating. I agree, it should be. First 2 rounds real dominant. Third round was somewhat close. It could have maybe gone either way. Ward still has some takedowns there, but Beekman did a nice job on his feet in that third round to kind of stem the tide a bit. But with Ward's dominance in those first 2 rounds, it'd be hard to envision a scenario where he does not win this fight.
Well, I haven't agreed with all the scoring tonight. Neither of you might. So, I mean, I don't want to come out on a limb. If I was scoring this fight, yes, I'd have to give it to Brennan Ward. He was, he controlled the fight. And the takedowns and the switches. To Holly's credit, constantly defending, constantly switching back. I just seemed like Holly was defending more.
And a real impressive showing for Brennan Ward, win or lose, to come out in his second fight. We've talked so much about the young fighters on this card showing tremendous poise, facing opponents with more experience, and not backing down whatsoever. And Ward did not only not back down, but he was the aggressor. He came right out from the start looking like the veteran who had 4 fights under his belt. Just a real tremendous showing. And credit to Harley Beekman for staying in it, Scott, and never,
Without a doubt.
Never.
He was never out of the fight. There wasn't one point in this fight he was out of it. He might have been defending a little bit more than he's accustomed to, but he was defending, and he was counterpunching, and he was sticking his jab. he fought a very good fight, and he just fought a tough guy tonight.
And it never really seemed like he lost his composure. There may have been some signs of frustration here and there, but definitely never lost his cool. He kept and stuck to his game plan, had a nice third round. We'll see if it's too little too late. Let's send it down to Bill Carpenter for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards, how about a nice round of applause for both fighters? Put on 15 minutes of tough cage fighting. Let's go to the scorecards. Judges Brian Miner and Wayne Lima both see the bout 30-27. Judge Paul Asmar has it 29-28. All three judges scoring for your winner by unanimous decision, Brennan, the Irish Bad Boy